Thank you for downloading the Title Unknown podcast. Past episodes can be found at thetitleiunknown.com. This week we're talking about Doctor Who Christmas episode, Christmas gadgets, lap dances for teenagers, and anything else we find on this week's episode of The Title Unknown. Welcome back to another episode of The Title Unknown. We bring you the talk about shit that people might find interesting. We bring you a weekly dose of geekities, nerdities, and oddities, and believe that everyone should be a little nuts once in a while. I am your host, Format Entity, and Mr. Giddlinks is MIA. He has disappeared, but this week we do have Dradelia. How are you doing this morning, evening?
Doing okay, although I think in that introduction you said lamp rather than lap.
Lap? No, lamp dances. That happens.
I can see this lamp. Yes, that would be very interesting.
They're there. But whoa, again with the loud. All right. So, I have a lot to talk about myself, and I guess I'll start off with a lot of the fun stuff. Is that have you played any of the patch 5.1?
No, well, sort of. I did open up the new port area, but that's about all I've done.
Ah, man, that was rough. Trying to click on the quest giver and all that. But yeah. So it's called Landfall. Is the patch 5.1 in World of Warcraft, and Mr. Garrosh for the Horde has finally stepped foot into Pandaria, which is like way creepy and everything. And especially with the Shah being around, it's kind of really scary having that guy on the continent. But Mr. Vol'jin was out there trying to put him in check. For some reason, he isn't wearing any robes or anything. I don't know if do you play Horde side?
Not that often at the moment. I'm still trying to get myself going on the Alliance side. But I most likely jump on my priest, Dread, and beat the living crap out of things with her.
So I only seen it from the Horde side, and Mr. Vol'jin shows up without his robes for some reason. He's like all naked time. He's all ready for the jungle action. He's like barely wearing anything. He's like I'm ready to do this, mon. And it was really cool stuff. I'm not going to give much more spoilers on that, but it's really cool. I actually got to attempt to raid this weekend with White Lotus on Lightning Hoof. That's the guild I'm a part of, and I started running with. We didn't get to do too much. We did kill Fang. We killed the Stone Guards, and we were on the third boss when I had come on out to record and everything. Last night we tried to run some raid and that didn't work, and we ended up getting sidetracked with some League of Legends. We started playing a different game, but but it was a good time. These are good people over there, so I'm happy to play with them. I also got a blood-soaked invitation, and I did a Brawlers fight already. Have you heard of this thing?
I've read it in the patch notes.
I paid 30k gold for my blood-soaked invitation. But I had it.
I wish I had that much.
I had it. I had the gold. So, I was.
Can I steal some off you?
Right at the end of Cataclysm. I was sitting at over 100,000 gold, and I don't know where it all went because I'm pretty much down to like 20k across all my tunes now. I'm getting pretty low. But
Do more dailies.
Yeah, it is. I just gotta play more, and it's the jewel crafting. I gotta make the stuff to sell it, and I just haven't been. I've just been slacking. Um, and it being a wonderful time of the year, we've had our Thanksgiving, and now we're gearing up for Christmas, right? You don't do that
We
at
don't do
this
the
time,
Thanksgiving thing, no.
or Christmas, huh?
Oh, well, not me personally. Australia does, yes, don't get me wrong. Australia does the Christmas thing. I just personally don't. We do the midsummer thing.
But Christmas lights or something, and Christmas
Oh, yeah,
tree, and
they all do that. We don't,
nah,
as a family. Different
I
belief
did.
system.
I had to go out there and do all the Christmas lights, which was so much fun sitting up on my roof, connecting lights and finding the power to run all the bulbs that are everywhere throughout the yard and in the house and everything.
I would
Um,
love a white Christmas. Do you know what it's like at 40 degrees Celsius having Christmas dinner? This is why we have cold Christmas dinners. We don't have hot ones, like not big turkeys. It's all nice cold ham that isn't cooked and salads and all the rest of it, because otherwise you just sit there and you just drip in sweat going, ugh.
what's what is 40 degrees Celsius anyway?
That's over 100
Oh,
Fahrenheit.
that's hot. 40 degrees Celsius sounds cold. When it's 40 Fahrenheit, we're pretty cold.
Yes.
But it's actually 40 now, I think, which isn't that bad. I mean, we are going to be in negative Fahrenheit here shortly. So I'm very lucky to be in December and not freezing my balls off in the garage, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
That's not
Obviously,
going to
you
save.
haven't taken into account the thing of finding somebody else's old carpet, putting it underneath you. Because I
It's,
just personally don't want to see you freeze to death out there.
nah, next week might be pretty bad, and the week after that, we'll see. Um, also, a quick thing was that I've been working through my dryer, uh, busted a timer or something, and I seen you don't even have dryers over by you, huh?
I don't have a dryer. I don't see the reasoning for a dryer, although sometimes it'd be nice when we've had a week of wet. But we got, which was interestingly coined, a solar dryer. I hear clothesline.
So yeah, that works.
It
I
does,
I
and it doesn't require any power.
my
Just
my
requires nothing.
alternative my alternative to my dryer being busted was to run the damn thing for 6 hours, which is the equivalent of taking each piece of clothes and running down the hallway back and forth and just air waving it. But they sat there and tumbled without heat for like 6 hours a day, and the lights that I did with the Christmas. This electric bill is gonna be fun.
No, you don't want ours. I mean, an average family here is hitting about $1,000 every 3 months.
Why you pay every 3 months? That's weird.
Well, some people pay every month. I just
Yeah.
like the idea of paying every 3 months.
Um.
Well, we're going to get the bill every 3 months. We actually pay it more often than that. But yeah, when we get
Oh,
the
okay.
bill, we go, oh, look, no money.
Oh boy. Um, I got to watch the Three Musketeers movie, the newest one they did with Mila Jovovich. Have you seen this thing?
Nope.
Not at all, huh?
No. I must be moving house instead and up to
Slacker,
my
sit your
eyeballs
ass
with
down
other
and watch a
things.
movie.
Ah,
This thing, it's got action. It doesn't have plot or story too much, though.
so, in
But
other words, you watch it for the good-looking guys and the good-looking woman. Hmm?
she was alright. She's not too hot in the movie. I mean,
Oh,
she tries.
bugger.
Oh, there's a hotter girl than Mila Jovovich in that movie. A couple, actually. I think
Mhm.
the other two chicks really outshine Mila. But I imagine there's the girls would find the guys attractive. They're pretty. Um,
I've never been one to look at guys, sorry to say.
they're pretty rowdy and good and everything. Um, I watch. Have you? Do you watch The Walking Dead?
Not me.
No,
Sorry, it's
slacker.
not something I watch either.
Oh man, I caught the last episode, which got really interesting. I think they have one more tomorrow, and then they're going to do a break. It seems like AMC is also taking a note out of the British air seasons, the way they do seasons, is that a full year, a season would be like 13, 16 episodes or something. So they do
Yep.
like half that and then break for like 3 or 4 months and then do the other half. It's really weird.
We call it rating season. You can generally tell when the ratings start kick in. It's about September here. And so you get all the good shows, all the new ones that push up and say, hello, we're here. And then it gets so up to about now. Everything falls off. And you get all the crap for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then they go on to the new stuff afterwards.
That's what we're getting. Is we're gonna get the last episode of The Walking Dead this week, I think, and then we won't see another one until February or something. But yeah. Speaking of zombies, there was you've probably heard on a few other episodes. I don't know if you were there, Jordelia, but I did have, or maybe still have, some mice in the garage here. And I came across one this week. There was a dead mouse. It was right near where Mr. Giddlinks normally sits to record. It looks like its neck was ripped or something. I figured it was cold enough so it wasn't gonna rot or spoil, so I left it there. I was like, I'm gonna go move it tomorrow, no big deal. I came out here the next day, the body's gone. Alright, so when I record out here, I'm like, oh shit, I might get bit by a mouse. Alright, the mouse got killed. So what's bigger than the mouse that got killed? Or a dead mouse moving around my
Cats.
garage? But I can't get
Cats.
a cat in here. There's not a hole big enough for a cat.
You want to bet? You'd be
Maybe.
amazed at how big they're getting.
Well, either
Plus,
way.
mice have a habit of being rather carnivorous on occasions.
Yeah, either way, a cat I ain't too worried about, but I might have a zombie mouse out here. I don't know. That's the one I'm
Got up
more
and
worried
walked
about.
away.
I don't know how that's gonna work. But anything more interesting? Like you said, you didn't get to play much World of Warcraft. Anything cool since we last talked?
No, really?
No.
Other than I saw in a Doctor Who magazine about an audio Doctor Who that came out, and I was thinking that the Great War was actually to do with the Great Time War. It's not. It's to do with the First World War. So that's in this called actually the Eighth Doctor that is doing an audio thing to do the link between the Eighth Doctor and all fill in all those bits and pieces that happened while the Doctor Who series was down. And so you've got the audio that's just come out. It came out beginning of last month, since it is the 1st of December there.
Yeah, 1st of December, but it was the Eighth Doctor. What was his name?
He was actually also a dark-haired guy. Let me have a look. I do actually have a link. No, not that one. Although that's interesting in itself.
I know. I thought we had the link for that.
We do. It's
can't
just that.
find it. But yeah, it is only audio. That's not the only audio that they do. They have done a lot of other audio. There's a Rory and Amy type audio stuff too out there, and but this one, the one you're speaking of, Dark Eyes, This audio sounds so much fun. It sounds like what they say of like 5 episodes or something.
Mm. That's it, and it's just like filler in episodes of what's going on in that period when we didn't actually have Doctor Who at all.
Right.
So,
But this was actually recorded like recently, right? With the guy that used to play Doctor Who back in the day.
that's it. Here we go. It is. Oh, they don't even have his name. Oh, that's a bit bugger.
You gave the YouTube.
So, but yeah, it is the 8th Doctor. There's actually even things from the 6th Doctor that they've got, although he was not the most interesting of Doctors. Really didn't like him.
Oh, he's wonderful.
Yeah, yuck.
Alright, so they have
glad he didn't last very long.
Snake Bite, which is a Matt Smith one about Daleks. City of Death is a very old one. 168 to 1001 Nights. Chronicles of Companions. So there's a lot of fun ones out here, but the one we were looking at was the Dark Eyes one.
That's it. So, and yeah, it's all about the fact of him going over for the and finding himself a nurse assistant called Molly.
Oh, hold on.
That's his
December
companion
now.
for this set. It's Paul McGann. That's the Doctor.
The what?
Paul McGann.
Paul, yeah.
But you can always put it on the website so people can actually see it, since that is the trailer.
Yes, the link, the YouTube, I just found it. It will be there. Because I enjoyed myself. Actually, speaking of some of the fun stuff we've done this week was another article that you sent me that I also want to put on the website because that was quite entertaining. The Europe guy.
Yeah, the pom in America. Yeah, I mean, if his language even got me and thinking, excuse me.
So his story was quite entertaining. I'm going to be happy to share that. So we do have the Doctor Who stuff. The Christmas episode is coming.
We get a Boxing Day. Do you know what Boxing Day is?
No?
It's the day after Christmas.
Day after Christmas?
We have an extra holiday.
Well, this year, the Doctor Who Christmas episode has this. It's called the Snowmen or something. But it's Christmas Eve in 1892, and the falling snow is the stuff of fairy tales. When the fairy tale becomes a nightmare and chilling menace threatens Earth, an unorthodox young governess, Clara, calls on the Doctor for help. But the Doctor is in mourning, reclusive, and determined not to engage in problems of the universe. As old friends return, will the Doctor really abandon humankind, or will he fight to save the world and Christmas, of course, from the icy clutches of this mysterious menace? So that's what we have in store for our Christmas episode. We've seen the poster, which has
Seen a preview.
Yeah, and a trailer. The climbing a ladder to the TARDIS and everything, but It's a picture of Matt Smith and Jenna Louise Coleman,
A
which
new companion.
let me say hello.
We just got a nice thing for her.
I am quite a fan. We do have an air date of about 9 p.m. Eastern U.S. time on Christmas Day. So I'm in the Central Time. That would make it 8 p.m. and then it gets back into Pacific Time. I don't know. But hopefully all of America is watching this episode all at the same time.
Yeah, it gets a bit mean when you can't.
But man, this new companion.
I wish she was the smart one that and she's in the dark.
Yeah, but how is that gonna work?
I don't know, but it'd be interesting.
I mean, that really confused me right when we had our first episode of this season. We're like, oh my god, there she is! And wait, okay, so now what?
Yeah, because everybody was expecting her to take over from that point. No.
No, she's still hung around.
Because at the
and-
moment you see her going, oh, they're going to change companions.
Yeah, but no, they still did another 6 episodes or something.
Yeah.
With Amy
Might
and
have been
Rory.
just a little bit long.
Like, way too many.
I think a lot of people have said that was a bit too many with the ponds. Although, did you watch the little mini-series that they had?
No, I didn't get to. I missed that. I heard they
you
put
go,
it out on the
Go and look
web.
them up on YouTube.
Is it still
They're
out
out there.
there?
That's the only place you can see them. It's
Yeah.
actually on YouTube. And it's just little ponds. And it's
The
about
pond
how the
life.
This keeps on.
It was called the
Is
pond.
it how the pond? No,
I
the
think.
ponds.
Oh, just the ponds.
Yeah, the ponds.
But yeah, I am all about the Jenna. She's a cutie. I was impressed when we came to Amy. I was like, oh, redhead, yeah. But this one's pretty damn cute too. I mean, I liked Rose, and man, I
Yeah.
totally wanted nothing to do with what was her name? The wicked
Donna.
Donna.
Dr. Donna.
The Donna.
She was good, but she wasn't. Yeah, she was right. She wasn't the type that people wanted to bed.
Yeah,
No,
she
Doctor didn't
was.
either.
She was a good person for the Doctor. Like, she kept him on his toes and like really ridiculed him and like made him think. I mean, I think that's might have been a lot of what the David Tennant had to deal with, him as a Doctor, which made him turn, to be, into a point to where he has to think about so much stuff, where Matt Smith is still a free willy doctor out there, because he's only been dealing with the ponds for so long.
Different types.
He's dealt with the ponds for so much, and she's, she tries, but Amy's, yeah, what? Is it Amy? Yeah.
It is Amy.
Yeah.
Although personally, I like River.
River is a pretty,
I like River. That's just me. River's my kind of girl.
yeah. She does keep the Doctor in check more than any of the others. But Donna was the companion that did the River role. Like, hey, you can't do that. That's way whack.
But that's the thing, because when River actually meets him again, as you find out, it's because she has so much knowledge of him.
Well, yeah. I mean, the first time I seen River was in the library. That was with David Tennant, and I had no idea who she was, but they built her as, the Doctor's future wife. And that still hasn't, kind of. We had the Wedding of River song. But
That's it.
that happened without still seeing the very first time River met the Doctor? You know?
The first time River meets the Doctor is back when she is a newborn.
That doesn't count, though. I mean, the first time River meets the Doctor as,
Is a little girl as well.
Oh, I guess. But that's even weirder. It's starting to weird me out. But anyway, 2013. Next year marks the 50th anniversary for Doctor Who.
See it.
So, what do we think Mr. Stephen Moffat would have in store? I mean, we've seen...
Something that we want to rip our eyes out and tear our hair out because he's just made us all very frustrated.
But we've seen past anniversaries where we've had multiple Doctors on the screen at the same time.
I'm hoping he does the same thing. It'd be nice to
Can we do this again?
see them. Because there's still quite a few still alive.
Well, yeah, that would be even cooler to bridge the gap to the original series and have that Doctor too. But we still have Chris Eccleston, David Tennant, and Matt Smith. Can we at least get them three together?
That shouldn't be that hard.
Right?
Although apparently they won't use Rose again simply because she decided she was going to play a prostitute in a different series. And therefore everybody gets... And I'm thinking, why? It's just a character.
Right. I'd be more than happy to see Rose again, because actually a very good way to use David Tennant would be to use the Doctor that was left with Rose, not the Doctor, but the guy with one heart, the Bad Wolf split guy. That guy as David Tennant, to deal with that guy instead of like the two-hearted Doctor, real Doctor David Tennant. So if David Tennant came back to play a role in a anniversary, it might be the guy that's with Rose.
The alternative reality, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Since she was able to open up between the two.
So that would be pretty cool.
Interesting.
But yeah, we've had looks like Christopher Eccleston would be in Thor 2 coming up, but he might be able to have some time to do something with these guys, which would be cool too.
Yeah, it's not that hard, I mean, to be in two places at once. He is the Doctor after all.
Yeah, when we're talking about the real actors trying to be the Doctor. They're not so gifted.
Yeah, but the joys of video recording when somebody doesn't have the moment and able to do it is...
But you are right. With the 1983 special, the 5 Doctors were in an episode. So there was 5 of them. Peter Davidson, Richard Herndal, Patrick, and John. God, man, they have some weird last names.
And you don't? Come on.
I guess. Mine's not weird to me. But
it's not weird to you. Neither is mine. Oh, my maiden name is anyway. It's not weird. Lots of people have that one.
Oh man, the Jenna. Whew. God.
Stop looking at pictures of Jenna.
I want more and more pictures of Jenna. Alright.
You'll be able to see plenty.
Do you have more?
No, I'm not giving you any more.
Do you
Okay,
know
come on.
Alright.
Next
Thing.
thing.
Next thing I want to play is a little bit of something with Daleks for our music break. Although I'm having a very hard time finding it.
Welcome to Dalek Relaxation for Humans. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Now exhale through your mouth softly. Focus becoming more and more calm. Exhale. You are feeling more and more relaxed. Inhale. Calm. Exhale. Relaxed. Inhale. Calm. Exhale. Relaxed. Inhale. Calm. Exhale. Relaxed. Continue to breathe slowly and calmly. The aches and stresses of daily life are floating away. Your tension has been exterminated. Exterminated!
Hey, it's Format Entity. You can hear the Title Unknown podcast while on the go with Stitcher Smart Radio. On-demand news, talk, and more on your mobile phone. The latest episode is always available for you, no syncing needed, and no memory or storage wasted. Available on your iPhone, iPad, Android phone, and beyond. Downloading is easy. Go to Stitcher.com or check out your app store. Stitcher Smart Radio, the smarter way to listen to radio. Alright, so we are back with topic 2. I was really hoping Mr. Getalinks would be around, because I've been talking a lot about these gadgets lately. But there's Christmas is coming up, so let's take a look about some things that you might want to be purchasing or looking at. The very first thing I found was there was a Nintendo Wii in a smaller version. So I'm not too confused. Last week I talked with Getalinks about the Nintendo Wii U, and it's a $300 machine, and the controller alone is like $200 if you want to buy an extra controller. So it's like a $100 piece of hardware that you have for your Nintendo Wii U. But in Canada, Best Buy revealed that they're going to release a $99 version of the Nintendo Wii, of a very small version, this is not uncommon from what we've seen from other manufacturers. I mean, Xbox, PlayStation. Whenever they release something new, for some reason, they always release their old product in a very smaller version of itself. So they're calling this the Wii Mini.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, it's also time for it to come out, a new one.
And it's pretty cute. I mean, it's got a red controller, a red nunchuck controller. I mean, the console itself looks pretty sleek and everything. It's slated for...
It looks really cute. It looks like something...
It's slated for December 7th.
I was personally thinking of the marker. The market would be more female orientated with something like that.
Now, here's another thing I'm thinking, is that these controllers, the Nintendo Wii normal controllers, also plays Wii U games, and that $200 controller for the Wii U, you know, almost acts as a standalone by itself. And also, we're not getting the Nintendo TV. That's TV with two eyes after it, you know, like they do, until into 2013. So we still have months to wait for that thing. But this might confuse a lot. I mean, granted, right now this isn't in Canada, and from what I can tell, I don't know, is that maybe Canada doesn't even get the Wii U, so this just might be their thing, you know, like an upgraded Wii or a smaller Wii.
No, because Australia's getting the Wii U. Well, Australia has the Wii U, so why would they not put it in Canada?
Yeah, I can't imagine why not either. But
so this
might be everywhere too. This little Wii Mini, which might confuse the market. You pay $99 for this or $300 for that. And I don't know. I don't see the difference too
Actually,
much.
it's on the American website. Wii Mini is on the American Nintendo website.
Already.
Yep.
I don't know what they're gonna do with it, man. But
And
if you're interested, $99 gets you a Nintendo Wii. That's a great price if you want to get into that. Another great
I found it
thing,
was available here.
another fun thing I've been looking at. I've been looking at this one very well. I've mentioned it many times. It's the Nexus 7. Since I've gotten my new Samsung Galaxy S2 Skyrocket thing, I've been having so much fun with like all the games in the Google Play Store and everything that the thing can do. Well, what this is a 7-inch tablet device. It's a little bit bigger than my phone, a couple more inches on my phone, but it's $199 and it's a Wi-Fi only device. But it's it's not a cell phone. This is meant to be in the home. So Wi-Fi only is a beautiful thing. So for $199, this thing can do everything my phone can do except make phone calls and text message. So for $199 to be able to play all the games that I play and have all the fun that I do and all the apps and everything, and I think this is wonderful. I totally want to get one for the house, or call it a kid's. But there's also an option if you go $100 more, is that you can put a data card into this machine, this Nexus 7, for $299. You can get a 32 gigabyte hard drive, and you can have it connected into a data plan to where you can use this outside the house with the apps and everything. It still won't make phone calls and text message, but it'll still be able to work outside the house off of the Wi-Fi.
Well, see, this is what Skype's for. You don't need a telephone if you've got Skype on your
That's what I'm saying, is that
platform. So, I mean,
if you're on the digital Wi-Fi, you can use it in the house to Skype, but this $299 version of it, you can Skype on the go.
well, this is it. I mean, who needs a telephone when you got that? And most people do it via Facebook as well. I mean,
Right.
just type via Facebook. There's all your messages to everybody anyway. I mean, I know where most of my texts go is the people that I'm connected to via other means.
Yeah, I do love that machine. I really want to get a Nexus. That's one I'm gonna play the equal parties and touch on them all. I talked about Nintendo, and I had my nerdgasm on the Nexus. That's the Microsoft Surface also came out just in time for Christmas and everything. This thing's been out there for about almost a month now. But this is from what I can tell, it's about a 10-inch device. It's a bigger tablet. So this thing is built to work against the iPad, the main version of the Apple tablet. The Google version is Nexus 10, as far as I can tell. The Samsung version, anyway, is Nexus 10. And this thing comes in starting at $499, so you're talking $500 for this Windows tablet, and it also runs Windows RT, which isn't the full Windows 8. So it's a limited. It's a little bit like a watered down version of the actual Windows 8 you would get for your desktop. But it's a lot of fun. I mean, you have a keyboard you can connect it to. It looks like a very fun machine, but I'm still not too sure about it, especially with the $499 price.
I wonder what it's like here, because I've seen the US one, and see what the price is here, because our price always happens to be bigger than yours, which is crap.
Well, I know what else it can do with like the Xbox. Do you have an Xbox in the house?
Yeah,
This
of
thing,
course we do.
this thing can like control your Xbox. So instead
You
of
do that almost.
well, instead of holding a controller, you can use this to navigate your TV screen via your Xbox. Pretty much.
That's scary. It's only $60 more on the Surface for here.
Yeah.
That's a nice comparison, actually. Sorry to say, but most of the world likes to tap on at least $100+ extra on us.
Right. Well, that is a beautiful thing for over there then. I mean, I do love the idea of this. If I was more into my Xbox and my home entertainment was integrated into that, I'd be more about it. But my main thing, my main TV interface is the Xbox, but otherwise it's a laptop connected via HDMI. So my laptop can run a lot more than what this thing can run. And all I'm doing
That's
is
it.
using an HDMI cable to connect to my TV. This thing can still not do everything my laptop can do. So I still don't have a reason to upgrade and get into this whole ball game of having my tablet controlling my TV yet.
Well, I'm still waiting for Windows 8 to fall over. A little bit like Vista did.
It might.
And so until it happens,
The Windows 8,
not go near it.
based on the major push of Windows, was their phone, their tablet, and this connection with the Xbox. The Xbox dashboard has a new interface, so this whole design may blow up. You can get Windows 8 on any tower right now. You can upgrade. From what I've heard, most people don't even use the tile interface when they've upgraded. The Windows 8 is kind of a skippable upgrade so far, unless you have to deal with it on a device that you want to use.
Well, they're bringing out new Xbox next year.
No, I heard about the 720, or
Yeah.
supposedly
Simply because you
720.
can tell that they're going to come out with it because the prices of Xboxes dropped through the floor. Okay. Yep, we know what you're doing.
But they're not going to make it by this year. They're not going to come out this month. So it's the
No, that's next year's thing.
right. And PlayStation's going to do the same. They're going to watch what
My site
Xbox
find is
does.
even more integrated.
So I don't want to nitpick and banter on my favorites. So here is a iPad Mini review. This thing just came out pretty recently too, within a month or two. People are talking about it, but it's bigger. It's bigger than the Nexus 7. So the Nexus 7 comes in at $199 base. This thing comes at a wallet-friendly $329 for the basic version with 16 gigabytes of storage for the Wi-Fi.
Wallet?
Yeah. $329 instead of $199. So I'm not too sure why. This is a
I was personally thinking when you said wallet friendly that it fit in the size of a wallet. I'm thinking, no, it doesn't.
no, and also
My
that-
phone fits in the back of my purse,
and
which
also
is what you call it a wallet. My phone fits in the back of my purse. And the handbag. I mean, this would fit in a handbag nicely.
And also the comparable Nexus 7 comes in at $199. So $199 or $329. Yeah.
If you've already got Apple, you'll go with this one because this is nice, easy, and you throw it around anyway. It might be easier to give it to the kids.
Well,
Gonna
that's
keep on
why
pestering
the
you saying we want one.
That's why the $199 is so much easier to give to the kids than the $329.
Yeah, but if
to
you're
the
already
kids.
on an Apple platform,
There's not much disconnect between being in an Apple platform or any other platform. The Apple platform doesn't really have the only thing Apple really has signature to them. The biggest thing is FaceTime, and we have Skype. That's the biggest disconnect between Apple and Android or Microsoft. And Android, and here's another thing: is Android runs Skype, and Microsoft Surface runs Skype. So the Microsoft Windows 8, tablets and everything are also going to run Skype. So we have two competitors that use the same thing compared to Apple's FaceTime. So I don't know.
but it's just that people already have iTunes and they've already got all their apps, and when their children ask for something, they can just throw it all on the same thing and go, "Here, kid, I've already bought all my music on iTunes. I've already done all this on iTunes. I don't want to do it again on Google Apps, the Play App Store, or whatever Microsoft has." So they just go and buy themselves another Apple.
They had a really bad name for their store, not like Google Play or iTunes Store. It was really bad.
You either go for the fruit, or you go with the Google, or you go with the window.
I don't know. That is what it was. That's the way Apple rolls.
That's it. So, I mean, I think a lot of kids are going to end up with this one rather than a full-blown iPad. They're all going to end up with a mini.
Well, they're going to end up with the mini. Most kids are going to end up with the iPod.
As leftovers. Oh, I've got the better one.
Exactly, the hand-me-down.
Old one.
As soon as I got my phone, I was like, well, you're 8 years old. Here you go. Have my BlackBerry. Do what you want with it. And he's been playing Pandora and, using whatever he can that while he's in the house on the Wi-Fi, playing whatever BlackBerry apps are available, which are crap. That's why I got off the damn phone. But I've been finding him using my phone so damn much. He's like, I want to play some games. I'm like, all right, I'm playing World of Warcraft or whatever. So he's on my phone, and my phone's dead. And he smudges my phone. I don't know what the hell the kid does with his fingers, but my phone never looks good when I get it back from him.
You don't want to know where that child's fingers have gone.
I don't know, but for some reason,
you don't want to.
My phone never looks like the condition I get it back from him. I've never had my phone look like that. I'm like, what the hell? So
we did the same thing. We moved up to the HTCs after having I had an iPhone 3G, and Molly had the first of the 4s, and we're going, where is just an MP3 player that wasn't iTunes and didn't cost a small fortune? And we're going, why don't we just upgrade our phones? Here, kids, you got them. We'll have the new phones, thank you.
So, you're an Apple user.
I did have an Apple. Don't now. No fruit in my house.
You have an Apple. No more?
No. I gave away my 3G to my oldest. He suffers with that one now.
I'm telling you, man.
See.
Apple, I don't know. They're probably not going to be walking the right walk for a while. I don't know what they're going to do to come back into their grace.
Yeah, well, we were going for an i5, but they didn't have enough here because they didn't manufacture enough, and they were just And so we ended up going with the HTC, which is great because I'm a Google player.
Yeah.
I use Google for everything, so it connected to my world.
I have no problem with Google. Internet Explorer is trying to do what they can do, but... Alright, so for the next little fun segment, and maybe one of the lasts, we've been hanging around for a bit, was this fun article I came across was teens get lap dance at Sweet 16 party in New York. So
I'd do it.
So in South Glens Falls in New York, exotic dancers performed lap dances on teenagers at a boy's surprise 16th birthday party in an upstate New York village. Police said. So the police said this shit. And investigators were trying to determine whether any organizer of the celebration committed a crime. So there's an investigation on this. Alright. So first of all, Sweet 16, the first time I hear that, I hear
girls,
it's
actually.
a girls' party.
Yeah, I wouldn't call boys sweet.
I've never called a boys' 16-year-old party a Sweet 16 party. Ever.
No.
It's just a boys' 16-year-old party. That's all it is. It's a birthday party. It's a party. When a girl turns 16, it's a Sweet 16. Boys don't have Sweet 16s. That's just weird. But anyway, South Glens Falls Police Chief Kevin Judd said the investigation began after people concerned about the November 3rd party at the Spare Time Bowling Alley told authorities about a racy photos that had been posted on social networking sites. So, not only did they do this party, and you have a bunch of 16-year-olds getting lap dances, people have phones. Just the same gadgets we just talked about. People are taking pictures, having a good time, text messaging, hitting up Facebook, hitting up Twitter, hitting up Instagram and Pinster, and doing all their fun social networking. And that caught some heat. I mean, wouldn't you?
It,
If I'm 16 and I got a stripper, I'd be like, oh, dude, let me grab my phone.
that's it.
This is awesome.
I mean, this doesn't happen every day. Look what I just got. Oh.
Exactly. So, that's something a bit of a I wanted to ask about you too. Is what you've got some boys. You got some boys.
I got 3 of them.
Right. You got some boys. I mean, you're a mother. Would you be?
They're all that age too, which is scary. I've got some policies, and not necessarily many people would actually agree with me on certain things. But as it comes to lap dances, number one, the girls aren't completely naked when they do
Right.
a lap dance anyway.
Exactly.
They're not completely naked. They have boobs.
But the girls are also above 18.
That's it.
So there's an adult on a minor.
But yeah, but she's not doing anything. It's the parent that said yes, you can do that,
Right.
and it's a parent that sort of like said, well, he's now 16, and in
Alright.
some cultures, he is now an adult.
Right. But now you as a parent, would you let your 16-year-old? Now let's say you weren't the parent that organized it.
Not a problem.
It was your 16-year-old that happened to
I
have been around.
don't have a problem with it.
Right. That's where I'm.
He's 16. Come on. He already looks at porn. I know my 16-year-old already looks at porn.
Well, of course.
He has it in his lap. Good on him.
Probably
He
right
can't
now.
do anything. He's not allowed to touch them. He just gets a lap dance and he can't do anything. Personally, I think that would be more agony on the child than
That's
it would
teaching
be
them a
for the
lesson.
girl. Yes.
You have to
It
respect
does.
this girl that you can't touch that's doing things to you.
Exactly. Especially if she's good at it. It's sort of like, no.
So yeah, this totally like wow blows me away that they're actually doing an investigation. Like they go into more.
There's
They're
the
like,
16, the little kids, they're still classified as children.
I
And
know.
because they're still classified as children, oh, all these things. Personally,
Let's-
I think that the mothers just need a few more batteries.
All right, would something like
Obviously,
this
theirs
happen?
all went flat.
That's another thing. Would this happen in Australia? Would Australian police get pissed off about something like this?
Yes, they would. The same
They
shit
would. All
happens here.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Some mother would
this
get her
seems so
knickers in a twist and call the cops up and say, "Oh, this
Oh
happened."
my god! This adult woman grinded on my child. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, whereas I'd be
why are
catching
you
myself
pissed?
after going, "You poor kid.
Right.
Did you just find out what certain things happen?"
So at least one of the images shows a scantily clad, tattooed woman clinging upside down to a seated teen as others looked on. Several kids at the party got lap dances, Judd said. That was the chief police officer. We had a lot of people to talk to. The names of the boys of the parents haven't been released. Saratoga County District Attorney James Murphy said Thursday that investigators were trying to determine who hired the dancers and if the bowling alley, served alcohol to any of the partiers. You know, so if you're serving alcohol to minors, you're at fault too. But he said there were 80 adults and teens in a room where floor-to-ceiling windows were masked off with brown paper while two dancers from a company called Tops and Bottoms performed. Tops and Bottoms.
What gets me is that photo actually shows a woman getting the lap dance.
Yeah, the photo isn't too good. A photo taken at the birthday party. Oh, this is an actual photo from that thing. I thought it was like a stock photo of some bullshit. I didn't look too closely at it. But yeah, that's a chick getting danced by a chick. Several kids, no wait, I said that already. You said there was 80 adults and all that. Whether it got beyond that, we don't know, Murphy said. We don't know about sex acts. So that's something I'll start looking into. The teens and dancers aren't targets, he said, but child endangerment is among the potential charges faced by any adults who organized the party. Okay, wait. You're trying to charge the adults with child endangerment. Child endangerment. That's like a charge restricted to putting a kid in a fire or leaving a kid home alone for 8 hours or potentially actually trying to hurt a child. How is getting a lap dance child endangerment?
Because it's still a child. You're showing them things that they shouldn't know about yet. I'm thinking, what? They're not doing it down behind them?
But where's the danger? That's the thing.
To their little minds.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm more worried about them pitching a tent.
That's the problem.
Also, the bowling alley's liquor license could be revoked if any knowingly allowed the exact dancer or served alcohol to any underage. So that's the rest of that fun stuff. Oh my god, really? Oh, by the way,
Yeah, there are some very
Top-
uptight people in the world that see that as wrong. And personally, I think they just need a year's supply of batteries.
And I look forward to anybody that disagrees, and I totally want to hear it out. Hit me up on Twitter and all that fun stuff, because I really don't see an issue here. I'm more concerned about the lap dancer's father. Well, I mean, what, you know? Those are bigger issues than the 16-year-old. I mean, he has enjoyed himself. And the adults,
Yeah, I
really?
mean,
You want
you
to
think-
fuck with them?
Okay, put it on the other foot. What if a bunch of sweet 16s, girls,
Oh, yeah.
seeing a male strip review?
Yeah. Take it the other way. See how that goes. You be an 18-year-old male doing a lap dance to a 16-year-old female. That shit would be arrested right away. This is under investigation. They don't know what to do.
See,
But
what
yeah,
gets me is if the
flip-
girls were in for it, they're 16.
I'm telling you, you flip the sex gender right here, this shit would be male stripper arrested for performing at a Sweet 16. That's what this article would read. There wouldn't even be a, we're not too sure what to do about this. No. If the genders were reversed, no, it would be male stripper arrested.
And parents charged.
Yes, it would be. Totally. I guarantee that's the way this would read if it was.
Not fair.
I know.
I can't. It's not fair.
That's why I
That the
can't
girls
even
have as
feel.
much.
I can't even feel that it's that bad because it is unfair. That's retarded. As if the roles, if the gender was reversed, that it would have been even bigger of a crime. They would have done more. They would have done a lock and sealed case. They would have said, "Yep, that's it. Wow, done. This is the charge." But now that we're sitting in a instance that they're not too sure, they don't know what to do because should you feel bad? Shouldn't you? Or somebody said it was okay. You had permission and. That all those questions would have been the same if the genders were reversed. There still would have been parents that said it's okay for a guy to do this, for the girls and everything. But it wouldn't have. That thing would have been, God.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't even imagine being that guy. I'm like, nope. Ain't doing it.
He says, "Nah, I'm not that gullible, mate. I'm not that desperate for money. Nope. Not going to happen." So, yeah. Anyway,
All right, so let's wrap up. I don't really have much more. Mr.
or somebody won the cards.
Yes, somebody did. Mr. Raxakoros. I don't have a pronunciation on it, but Raxakoros has won Kajuto cards. It's that easy. He sent me an email, and I pulled some of the email out here, and he said, "So me and my friend have heard of this game. It was once called Duel Masters back in 2004, and I got into it before, but not my friend. He plays Magic. I told him about it. We've been considering on whether to buy into it. So if you can help us out, that'd be swell. Thanks, format." And we are sending him the Kajuto cards that we've had on the deck, or on the platter of stuff that we do, of all that fun stuff. There will be a link. He has a YouTube page, so I'm gonna post his link as well as the winner, Mr. Rax Koros, however it goes. So remember, send your emails to formatentity@gmail.com, and leave comments in the post. We want to hear your ideas and suggestions. We are also available on iTunes, so rate us up there. Post reviews. I will read all 5-star reviews that I get from iTunes here on the show. So if you want to hear your name read out, or if you want any shout outs, just go give a 5-star review on iTunes. I'll shout you out. You can find us on Stitcher Radio as well. And remember, you can find us on Twitter. I am format_entity, and Geta is at Getaversal. And we also have the Title Unknown as a Twitter account. So follow at the Title Unknown and visit visit thetitleiunknown.com for links to all this information and more. You'll find all of the fun links that we've talked about throughout this episode, and feel free to post all your comments and all that fun stuff. So where was I going with that?
I don't know. You lost the plot.
Yeah, that was all the fun. So I'm trying to find all the closing music. I had so much fun, Dradelia, talking to you about Doctor Who and sexy dance and technology.
That's good. Hopefully I'll be here next week.
Yes, keep showing up. We missed you
Now
last
that
week, but we recorded a day earlier.
That wasn't my fault.
Yeah,
Me moving.
we snuck up one on you.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want, I could put your house video
No.
tour out for everyone as
No.
well. Alright, send emails to formatentity@gmail.com. I'll send you the video.
No.
It's a darling little cupboard, right? Or something.
It's a linen cupboard.
I don't know.
It's tiny.
I'm just talking because I'm trying to find the thing. I don't know why I always have so much trouble finding. There it is. Alright.
I choose what to find crap on it. That's what I want.
Alright. So good night, everybody. Or good day. Or good lunch. Or something of the sort.
Food.